days where you can feel the franticness more than others. Scrolling the YouTube feed every day. Scrolling the X feed less these days. X X is bad. And it hurts me so bad to say that because I loved being on there for so long. I've met like truly lifelong friends on Twitter slash X, and it's just not great to be there anymore. Um, it's just not great. But you can feel the franticness, and I hate that. I hate that. I hate like tracking the news or feeling like rushed. I hate feeling rushed because it's it's just not good. It's just not good to feel rushed. Like people that are like wealthy and like in control are not rushed. They're it's leisure. It's leisure and ease. Leisure and ease. And to me, that's what Bitcoin is. Like to me, rushed is like the feeling that fiat gives you. Like fiat is the like, oh man, like the the first of the month is coming. Like, oh, the next paycheck is coming. Like, oh, the stress of the bills and the stress of the like rising prices, like the franticness of having to like move quickly. You have to move quickly because you can feel like value slipping away and you can feel the like, oh, the investment opportunity is getting away. Like, oh, the the world is changing, the macro picture is changing, like you have to act now. Like, dude, that's fiat. That's fiat causes that. Fiat causes that because it's just a game of like hot potato of the stress and just passes and passes and passes on, right? And like that's fiat. Fiat does that. Bitcoin is the opposite of that. Bitcoin, you know what the monetary policy is. You know that the network is fixed. Now, in speaking of frantic, speaking of shit, like there's again, if you're scrolling through lots of YouTube videos, there's like people right now that are trying to like create problems with the way that like the Bitcoin open source software is like created. And again, that's stress. That's just like stress and like that makes people nervous like about their investments, right? And that's true. That's one thing that has been that's what has made Bitcoin adoption hard is that like open source software is actually very confusing. It's actually very confusing and counterintuitive. It's confusing and counterintuitive for software to just live on the internet and just kind of be messily created. Messily created. And honestly, the closest analogy I've actually come to grips with this on is like if you've ever made a website, this will only I think most people understand. Like if you've ever made a website, there's basically like two ways to do it. Like you can use WordPress, which a lot of the websites is like built on WordPress, or you can go use like a Squarespace or a Wix or like something like that. So it's basically like you can choose the like free and open source tool, or you can use the like software as a service monthly payment tool. And the one you pay for has more bells and whistles and feels more like consumer software. Feels more like consumer software, like easy point and click stuff, less clunkiness, more working. Open source software does not feel like that. It feels clunky and messy and weird. And very rarely does the end consumer ever like really use that. Like it really is only kind of people that are in the weeds like doing something, right? And a lot of people and I'm putting myself in this bucket too. Like I don't like building websites with WordPress. I don't like fighting WordPress. Or another example for people that like make a lot of videos is like OBS. I think it's like Open Broadcasting Service or something. Again, like that's a free and open source tool, but you're constantly having to like fight the settings and like make all this stuff work. Whereas like if you pay for a service, it's like all there and there's a customer service that you can reach out to. Like Bitcoin, Bitcoin is clunky and weird. Like at the software level, software level, Bitcoin is clunky and weird. But that's okay. That's okay. That's by design. Like that's literally by design. That's what keeps it having the properties that it has. But the fact that it can maintain the properties that it has while everyone in the world is like stressed and frantic, that's the entire point, is that Bitcoin just sits there doing its thing, and keeps the consensus of 21 million hard cap, one block every 10 minutes, and the issuance schedule, right? So today, you have a choice, just like every day, it's 0.001 Bitcoin or $116. United States federal government, United States Republic credits. Like, there they are. Okay. So which one do you need today? Which one do you need today, and which one better serves your family today? It's the same question that you can ask yourself every day. You don't have to feel the franticness. The opportunity to invest in Bitcoin is not getting away from you. It's not getting away from you. It's here. It's here. Consensus is building for Bitcoin to replace fiat money like inside our lifetime. Consensus is building for Bitcoin to be a base consensus layer for the world in our lifetime. A byproduct of that is going to be less financial stress. And that's not a magic pill. It's not a magic pill that makes financial stress go away. It's just simply that when the base unit that governs all the salaries, governs all the asset prices, governs the home prices, governs the bar, like all that stuff, when that is no longer in the hands of like human politicians, and it's instead just a messy open process on the internet, there actually is more stability in that. And every day you can just ask yourself, which currency does my family need today? So it's not getting away. Like that's why there doesn't need to be frantic, because it's less about what's happening out there. It's way more about what's happening in your own personal finances. It's way more about that. Way more about that. It's in your own cash flow. And this is what then snowballs all the way into the like what is in your control today? Dude, maybe the best thing you can do, I'm not a side hustle guy. I'm not telling you to like work harder. Like I'm not that. But maybe the best thing you can do is stop watching the news, stop watching YouTube videos, throw on an actual like informational podcast that like makes you feel better, or music that makes you feel better, and go do a part-time job for 2 hours. Go, like, maybe that actually is better. Like, rather than feeling frantic about the state of the like investments, or feeling like crunched, it makes Bitcoin makes just like working, just like normal working, interesting again, because it takes away that treadmill feeling. Because when you do a piece of work and you book the Bitcoin as savings, it's now just there. It's now just there, and it sits there, and it's accruing inflation. It's an accruing the stress and the franticness to it. As more and more people opt out of fiat and opt into Bitcoin as their base currency, so it makes working less stressful. Saving in Bitcoin removes the franticness. So ask yourself today, like, which one do you need today? Do you need the $116 today? Or can you book it as Bitcoin savings and take 0.001, throw it into your Bitcoin savings? And de-stress, de-frantic size. Like, take that away. Just ask yourself, which currency is better for your family today?